All right, so we've talked about graphing piecewise functions, but sometimes some of them are very complicated. So I'm also going to show you how to graph using a calculator. So I'll do example, well, it says example 5, but this is really example 6, and you can do example 5. All right, so all you have to do is type it into your into the Desmos graphing calculator. So right here, desmos.com/calculator, pick graphing, and you're just going to type in what the equation, exactly what the equation looks like. So whatever you see, you actually type in to the power of x. So power of, you would hit that button right there, x. So just make sure it matches exactly what it says there. For x is between this. So for that, you can actually restrict it. And I'm not quite sure if I remember how to do it. I'll try and see, and then teach it if this is how you do it. Hang on one second. I'm just going to make sure less than -2. I'm trying to see if this is how it's done. It is. Okay, perfect. So to restrict your domain, you're going to use these kind of brackets. I'm not sure what they're called, but this kind of bracket, I think it's called a bracket, restricts your domain. So you're literally going to type in exactly what it says. So log, and then parentheses, x plus 3, close parentheses, and then to restrict it, you're going to type in those brackets, and they're where the closed brackets are on top of enter if you're looking for them. All right, so I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and then this time x is between, so you literally just use the keypad or your keypad or the online keypad, whichever one it is. -2, and this is less than or equal to, so I hit the wrong one, less than or equal to. And this one is less than or equal to, and over here is 4. And you see it keeps graphing the pieces for you. And then this one is square root of x. And again, I'm going to paste the domain to fix. This is greater than 4. Greater than 4. Boom. All right, so this is just, and honestly, don't really do this a lot because you're not going to have this on your test. I'm just showing you how you can kind of look to make sure you have the graphs graphed correctly. And you can zoom in to see it clear. So actually, before I copy it down, I am going to make it full screen. So hold on, let me zoom out. I'm going to drag, zoom out. I like it to go up by once like that. All right, so there's this one that never touches 0 that starts around 0.5, maybe 0.75, somewhere at the top. And matter of fact, you can actually do that. You just take your mouse and click it, and you can see what it is. So 0.75, so pretty close. All right, so I'm going to graph that going this way. So if I was to take my graph paper, and this is your notebook, of course, so that you can hand it to me, you're going to do one starting at, and again, I forgot, -2 and 0.75. So -2, 0.75 is around here. Ooh, hold on, let me use a pen. All right, -2, 0.75 is around here, and it does this, but never touches 0, right? So something like that. Then the next piece, so that's this one right here. Then the next piece, the log one, starts at exactly -2, 0, and goes to, at 4, it's what, a 0.8-ish? Yep, 0.8. So 4, 0.8, and -2, 0. So -2, 0. So right here, and 4 is 0.8, and it looks like it's doing this. All right, and let's talk about open and closed while we're here, because I guess the computer doesn't do that part. So this one is open. So let's put an open circle right there. And then this one is closed. So let's do closed. And then the last part that we need to do starts at 4. And you can see, even though I've moved off the graph, you can still see it has -2 right there, right? So 4, -2, and that's going to be open. So let me put that point first so I don't have to remember so much. 4, I said 4, -2, 4, 2. I'm tripping. 4, 2 is open, okay? And let's see, my graph goes to like 7. So let's see what's happening around 7. So 7, it's at 2.6. All right, so at 7, it's at 2.6. So 7, so right here, it's at 2.6 right here. And it goes on forever. So boom, arrow, and this is open. Okay, so that's how you use technology to graph piecewise functions. So the big thing that I want to introduce you to is really these brackets. I'm not sure what they're called. I'm calling brackets. Then I'll call these not that, this one, close brackets. And then this will be parentheses. So parentheses, close brackets, and then I'm just going to call this bracket. So you know what I'm talking about. But you can tell me the actual name in class. Okay, so now that I have that, I can go and answer the rest of the questions. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to evaluate it at this part. And remember, you can do it from the graph or you can do it from equations. I'm going to split it in half because maybe some of you prefer equations, some of you prefer the graph. So let's evaluate these two by equations, these two by the graph. So f of -2. So I look at my domain, where would -2 fall? It wouldn't be here because this is less than, right? So it would be here because that would be equal to. So it's in here. So I would put this. So this would be log of -2 plus 3. And that's what I would need to put in the calculator to see what my answer would be. And I'll do all the calculations at the same time just so that I'm not wasting time. F of 4, so where's 4? So this is greater than 4, but 4 included is right here. So that's also the log one. So log of, instead of -2 now, it's 4 plus 3. And again, I'll put that straight in the calculator all together so you can see. All right, f of 0, so let's see if I can get it from the graph. So if I can't get it from the graph, it's not exact, looks like I'll have to do equations, but let's see. When x is 0, what's y? When x is 0, yeah, so this is not exact, so we do have to do it with equations. So which one am I using for 0? 0 is not less than, we agree 0 is between here. It's between -2 and +4, so here. So it's using the log function. So again, this is log, and it's 0 plus 3. And again, I'll put that all in the calculator at the same time. Last one is 6. So where's that? That's greater than 4. That goes right here. So 6 is over here, and that's not a whole number, so I'm going to put that in the calculator. So this will be the square root, because I'm using this one, of my x, which is 6. All right, let's go ahead and put all of those in the calculator so that we can evaluate them all at the same time. So since I kind of have them up here, right, I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to delete this. And since I had a lot of the log ones, I'll go ahead and put there. So I had log of -2, log of 4. So I'm going to do here, -2 is 0. So log of -2 plus 3 is 0. Log of 4 in here plus 3 is that. So about 0.8, rounded to the nearest tenth. So 0.8. Then there's log of 0 plus 3. So here, I'm going to come put 0, which is 0.5 to the nearest tenth, 0.5. Then here I have square root of 6. So I'm going to come to the square root function, and I can put square root of 6, which is 2.5. So I can come here and say this is 2.5. Now, another way that you could do this is you could leave the graph as is, and then I'll show you with this one. For square root of 6, I go to the x-axis, I go with 6. And if you can line it up, let's see if I can line it up. There, 2.5. So you can actually go to the point of the graph as well. I find it faster to type in, but your preference, whatever your preference is fine. All right, so I've gone ahead and completed example 3. Oh, the last thing is it continuous? So as long as I'm not, if I'm picking up my finger, it's not continuous. So if I go right here, I have to pick up my finger and come down here, then pick up my finger and go up here, so it's not continuous. So I've done example 6. Go ahead and correct that 6. You go ahead and do example 5 using technology so I can make sure that you know how to do that as well. Let's practice.